president's arrival.
Thank you very much, Kweku. As I speak to you, the president has arrived at the Rikpat Lubricants Manufacturing Company Limited here in Gomua to open or commission another 1D1F factory. This particular factory is a lubricant manufacturing one. It started operation in 1990, but then it became a full-fledged big company in 2017 under the 1D1F initiative. That was in 2017. So the company used to sort of import the product here, but this time around they have opening a manufacturing company here that will be doing the manufacturing here in Ghana. And according to managers of this company, it employs over 100 people within the periphery of the Gomua area. As I speak to you now, the president has arrived, and shortly he will come and commission this particular factory. The product they manufacture is the Seahorse lubricant, and is produced by the Rikpat Lubricant Manufacturing Company Limited. Let me run you through some of the products they manufactured here. They do engine oil, they do brake fluid, gear oils, compressor oils, ATF, and other accessories when it comes to vehicles. So that's what the company does, and it is under the 1D1F initiative, which was introduced by this government under the Ministry of Trade and Industry by the able Minister Alan Kojo Chamante. So the president, as we speak, has arrived at the company premises, going to commission this particular factory. Information we picked up from managers of this company is that it started somewhere in 1990 as an importer of oil, but now it has established a manufacturing plant here in Ghana where it will be doing all the processing on all the manufacturing here in Ghana. Instead of importing them, they'll be doing everything here in Ghana. So that is the story from the Gomua here. Is the commissioning of a 1D1F company, and very soon the president is going to commission this particular one. Now, it forms part of the president's tour of the central region. As you mentioned, he commissioned a gas cylinder manufacturing company limited not too long ago at Chocho in the Ewutu Senya West constituency. From there, he's come here to commission another factory under the initiative. So that is the situation here in Gomua. And all of the residents here are very, very excited, very excited about this whole project. Even the car garages or the people who manufacture or more or less sell cars here in this enclave are very, very excited about this company coming to force here within the Gomua area. And so in a short, I'll be speaking to some of them to find out how excited they are about this factory being located here in Gomua in the central region. I have one of the members here with me. Chief, it's saying company under 1D1F, I'm producing oil lubricant. How is it going to benefit you?
Oh, it's benefits a lot. What point because first na yenya company oil and ofi the afford to be back to my baba cash on. But ya na ahazi so de na say bia nya mistake bia eba be catch on obobo more de mo yi na yi wo kire oil bia so engine bia na oil a o de use yenyi company bia o Ghana ha ma wo de wo ya aba marketer wotu mo chain de bia engine ai de dawo ana engine o smoking the more oil no use another day but iyimbuze mo aba mo aba chain the way a oil ochi na omama yehu de ampa we nkofo a wo dwene ho because obi odwene ho on no butu ma che de wenjira ikitan se engine ai de dokwa na ewu kwa is the more oyeri diguma oyeyi bobo ma the more engine etum alas e bia be 2 years another 1 year ti se bisama na ma
before we company by name we use other oil moka but most start use when you compare to others na etiseng.
Oh, young for difference room. Send require difference now, first in the oil bia you go, car biam, car the badu, but sana mistake na yayan. Ma on them to become sick there and there. Engine for phone or oil or the use adugum. No engine so I dead down so or oil edugum. But imu ben one my young the mazen. My young there, the mco a hoyally ne dugu the mayima or bobo. See, say, be some Damina Nama, watching.
You could drive for them never catch you.
Oh, Mamma, better make catch a double for me hand there. Won't use oil see us oil. Now, oil will go use some bottom, bison. Channel engine, a using years good engine, a use. Say, catch Chana, on the back show oil or they use. The company, which woman, whom there, who injury now on the honey do, them not there yet. The only company say, it's on oil. Bibia mun watch out mawasu da power car or another on board.
So you just had a driver. He has started using the seahorse lubricants, in his car. I'll speak to another driver who has also been using this same oil in his car. It is saying, Bibia Boko. Now, who started using oily or today?
Oh, oil, papa. Ada oil bi o ma water even inji ofofo ka be gu no na enu oil but omo every day weather Ghana African weather no omo every day do oil ne there me body ruwa mo bi ase apart from seahorse no mo use oil bia na oil papa e boy pa oil bi o be gu kam no be change no na black but we would we change na oil ne color no sa na tie the sense of being used seahorse never one.
Cabin I use.
Maybe use a Toyota Corolla, Toyota, and one of me change oil. This oil beer and one since I'm about oil and one issue, and mammy problem be a Bosumbaso, a big old Bosumbaso now oil and what we would go my son at difference beer and joy and a papa will be an issue.
Catch a young driver.
Oh, my body ram will be a say. More beer you should all you do more beguno to me bearing into oil see what's there papa obia you should.
Good as pa. So that was another driver who has been using the seahorse oil since it came. This is a local or a Ghanaian company in the oil industry. The car oil industry. So they manufacture a number of oil. So talk about the engine oil. They produce the brake fluid as well, gear oil, compressor oil, ATF, and other accessories when it comes to vehicles. Now the company says it has the capacity to manufacture 92,400 liters per annum in terms of oil for the Ghanaian market. I have another driver here. Let me speak to him, get his thoughts on this particular company and how beneficial it will be for him and his colleagues as drivers. Me and it is saying,
Dr. Japan. You see, oil be breed. You me juma. She was a buyer. No more buy in office. And we so what the new products by FMC was. So you buy na moye. Na so moye oil. I the good came we are depending on grade it. Till the pay was see was on say. One be 6 months and format be no. Get that phone na go one place. Now I want someone education. New product be about oil be seahorse. So a director. I didn't know why now free for any carry and any carry necessary. Mombra and new product now won't try a market for you soon a little bit seahorse. It's a make as a coffee dam seahorse and issue. My recommendation my workers will be because of the seahorse there. They can say offer different products. They were there be never be API. But she was a man the coalition of API. Into quite just over Toira. Or you do what? Maybe I see was present. Maybe I never fortune other products. So I got for the GDT. I didn't know for any papa. But she was on who said, no quality. I do. Into my young who said API. And CF, SF. And 15W, 20 and 50W. Watch out, say, if you wait, not for this plan. To one say, she was good, I was sure. And but you should hear it, the problem be our. She was good at it. To me, Kofi Damson. And then, I got his association, I walk as well, and I can't put in Central Union. She was one of
the just a quick one. Yembisao. First, so ne uyusu oyo dada ansa we buy no. We need dada no yusu no. Enso siye benabem.
Enso suni bebre wom. On say, yeah, you buy mo ya tujum no ma che 96. Nto benya customers bia o mo nyim obi o ha on fa ne djuma ma oda we sa mechanics. Nto the brand as you so you are normal we buy influence na so da. You support that we support that. What chia no na what chia sa. Won to kofi. We say da. See what's on the mission ma obi so ba. For the same oil na we dey media no. For your man. I say, I go be one master. Secure, me say, I do not say usua. On be away there. I'm so see what's going on. I'm not there. I'm not there. Yeah, education, my all the time. But I'm you put that in how quality it is. Yeah, as a professional mechanic, I say that my customers. The young professionals in there see what's on the use.
Customer, me no mo kan mo ti ase.
Oh, your church room, your church from Sidia. You see what for the purposes. You know, education, the college shop, what you know. Your children, we saw until 5 grand and I'm sure I say, hey, coffee, how can you say the crew? Once I see on computer, it won't change the API, the stand for now. No, no, I will go. I will go no say, who taught you to see what's a young media workshop. Other companies, I put that to be anywhere, or yes, apart from see what's son of me. Ntama mini ajo mo put that when I'm workers in the customers so e dey see also.
Na be catch on call for driving.
And so that was any cowness the tell and say see also na omonji nsi onaso.
So that was another one. In a short while, I will be speaking to officials of the company to look at the long-term goal of this particular company, what they hope to achieve in the years to come, the expectation for the Ghanaian market being a new brand altogether, what the expectation is going to be like, the marketing strategy they are putting in place to ensure that they dominate the market because there are other oil or lubricants in the market, and what they're going to do to ensure that they break into the market. So we'll be speaking to some of the officials of this particular company and get these pieces of information from them. So Kweku, this is what's happening here at the Gomua Akufo area here, where the president is commissioned this particular company known as the Rikpat lubricant manufacturing company. They produce the seahorse lubricants onto the Ghanaian market. So this is the situation here at Gomua as we speak. So we'll be speaking to some of the officials of the company to look at the long-term goal of this company. As you're aware, this particular company falls under the One District, One Factory initiative, an initiative that was introduced by this government ahead of the 2016 election and was fully implemented in 2017. The last time the Minister of Trade, Alan Chamanti, went to Parliament and he was asked about the number of companies that has come under the 1D1F. He gave a figure around 200 around 200 as companies that have so far come under the 1D1F, and indeed this is part of the story of the 1D1F initiative. So it's a long haul. We're hoping to speak to some of the officials of the company to tell us more about this particular company, but because the president is here and the program has officially kickstart, we are making every effort to get officials of the company to speak to us as we speak. So a number of dignitaries have made their way here. The traditional council is here, officials of the UMB Bank, that's a Universal Merchant Bank. They provided the funding for this particular company. The MD of the company really recommended the bank for making sure that this particular dream of theirs became a reality. So they provided the funding. The Trade Ministry, according to the company, ensured the supervision and made sure that everything was okay for them. They facilitated the process to ensure that it was smooth for them to establish this company which falls under the 1D1F initiative. They also thanked the president. For introducing the initiative of 1D1F, which is helping indigenous companies like Seahorse or the Rikpat Company Limited to come to fruition. We just had testimonies from drivers and mechanical engineers giving testimony of how good this particular product is and recommending other drivers and other mechanics on the Ghanaian market to also get involved in the usage of this particular product. So this is a story here at Gomua Kofi in the central where the president is beginning a 2-day tour. I can hear you. Can you hear me? So Kwaku, we are still here at the Gomwa area. Sorry for the break. Sorry for the break in transmission. We'll get. Hello Kwaku, can you hear me? So as we said, we are going to get officials of the company to speak to with regards to this particular project. Let's speak to Dr. Jojo Benning. Dr. Jojo Benning happens to be the project coordinator for this particular project that has seen the bringing in of the Seahorse lubricant and also the Rikpat Company Limited. Doc, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Tell us, what has been the process from day one till now?
Well, originally, Seahorse was a brand that was being imported, but somewhere in 2017, the entrepreneur behind it, Mr. Patrick Amwa, decided to put up a factory and then stop the importation of lubricants. So as we speak now, this factory has a capacity of over 90 million liters per annum. So we've commenced production, and then we are happy that the president is here today to inaugurate it.
So let's start from day one. Thinking of the idea to partner one D1F to get it, what went into it?
Well, in line with the president's vision of industrializing Ghana, there was the need to ensure that we also give the support. So thankfully, we presented our document to 1D1F. They accepted all our documentation. So we are taking advantage of the tax breaks and then other incentives that the 1D1F project provides.
Now there are other oil in the market, for want of a better word. How are you going to break the market in the long term? What are you looking at in the long term?
Well, this is proudly Ghanaian. It's not that we are going to even import these lubricants from other countries that you are not even sure of. Now, this is proudly Ghanaian. Seahorse is already on the market. Our products have been certified by Ghana Standards Authority. The facility has also been certified. So we are quite confident that the quality will lead us, to compete favorably in the market.
The Ghanaian perception about Ghanaian products. How are you working out to ensure that Ghanaians accept it?
Well, some mechanics have already started using it, and then they can attest to the quality of the lubricants, both synthetic and semi-synthetic and other brands as well, the ATF and almost every type of lubricant we produce. So most Ghanaians are quite happy with the products. Some institutions, corporate institutions have already placed orders. So we hope that Ghanaians will support made in Ghana products so that we can also contribute our quota to the country.
In the long term, let's give ourselves 10 years, 20 years. Why are we going to see this company?
Possibly you may see 1 or 2 branches up north and then east west, and then we hope to expand. The present capacity can serve about 80% of the Ghanaian market. So we'll have distribution channels throughout the country and through almost every region, and then establish in the neighboring countries as well.
Dr. Jojo, thank you very much for your time. Now let's go over to the podium, and Mr. Alan Chamati, Minister for Trade and Industry, it's addressing the gathering as we speak.
Engine oil, lubricants, sabi. Now going here, they import all the aircraft. On them, damage my air for winter. Yamina Daruma. Them oil I import not to battle my Yatuma do a Ghana at Abua. Motor their pass so when you're there. Mandiano, sir, Anya export and Tom Winyama, I be. Wamonanya, and your foreign exchange. Foreign exchange, Benyano. Ona na Usika, yes, no. Oma, Onya Mosen. Only tea, them, Numaya, area way. The bottom export were in the African continental free trade area. Wabe, the whole African continental market is open to us. And see, on Cherokee, products and Nigeria from Utami, you see it all over. The shelves on the continent of Africa. Above wine. I also build when in that Ghana yet to oil your gas. And so says here, near baby, Yajoko, Yanyawashi, we don't add value. Now, sir, a Juma, we have paid in the Ono Niobatum, oil and gas, yard value near the lubricants, and Yakamwasemi. And soon, name your phone. And I'm what's now so watch. Tell the man come on chair. And now I need that. Now, Mammy Jiddy there. Sir, I am Yaminaduma. Near Yunko, Central Region, one district, one factory at the bay. Over 22 districts. 21 projects. Anna, 1 of Yaya was Central Region. Wakabe, 6 districts. Yes, back home. Not all the districts where you be. Yamin Shine, Nanyami on Pigeon, that was it.
Yo, every the best answer, yes, some book I say, a managing director for Rikpat, none so, or then Kakra, Abotuga. There was a motion of crime.
His Excellency, the President.
And Industry Minister Alan Kojo Chamantin speaking at the commission of this particular factory. He mentioned that more of such projects are coming up in the country and under the 1D1F initiative. He said here in the central region, which is made up of 22 districts, 21 factories are going to be established here in the central region. Out of the 22 districts, 21 factories are going to be established out of the 22 districts here in the central region. So you just heard in there saying that under the African Continental Free Trade Agreement, more of such companies from other African countries and even across the world are going to establish manufacturing companies here in Ghana to beef up the industrial agenda this particular government has been pushing since 2017. So as we speak now, the MD of the company has mounted a podium, giving us a brief of how this whole company came about. He's given a history of this company, where they came from, where they are now, and how they are going to see themselves in some years to come. They say that in some years to come, they are going to be one of the biggest manufacturing of lubricants in West Africa and probably in Africa as a whole. So that's the vision and the long-term goal of this particular company. And as you just heard me speak to Dr. Jojo Benin, who happened to be the project coordinator for this whole thing, the Trade Ministry helped them in setting up this company. The UNB Bank was there to give them or support them with the funding and also ensure that everything went on course. So the vision and expectation that some years to come, the company is going to break into the Ghanaian market, also break into the West African market, and possibly break into the African market and become the best in Africa as far as the provision, the manufacturing, and the sale of lubricant is concerned. So that is the situation here at Gomua in the central region. You remember the president is currently touring the region 2 days. The president is touring the region, started today, will continue tomorrow. It's expected that the president will commission a number of projects, also visit sites that have work ongoing. We are told that from here he will be visiting a site that will be a site for the Agenda 111 hospital here in the central region, and also visit other places within the region. So really that is the situation here. We're going to speak to more officials of the company. I've not been doing this alone. My colleague Kencity Media of Adum TV has been with us since morning. He's going to join me to pick his thought on this particular company that falls under the 1D, 1F initiative. Kwesi, so far?
So far, so good. I think I've engaged some of the locals, and the way they are happy for the establishment of this manufacturing company here in their district. One thing is, especially the drivers are just so much happy about it, because most of the time we just have to wait for importation from outside the country, of which the CD and the dollar issue also maps up to the cost that they have to pay for everything that is imported. Now the drivers were just telling me that with the establishment of this company, now they are going to do the manufacturing here in Ghana, and most of the raw materials are also from this country. So necessarily don't have to import a lot of the things they have to use in manufacturing some of these oils here. We just have all the raw materials here. So most of them are just happy to see this company coming into place. See, this is a company that was built in 1990. Rikpat was built in 1990. Yes, that they decided to go into manufacturing, which was incorporated in 2017 under the able leadership of Nana Addo Dankwa akufo-addo, and they were embedded into the one district, one factory, which has given birth to this manufacturing company that we are seeing here. So after engaging a lot of people, now get a sense that yes, a lot of people are also going to get employed. Even before this is officially commissioned for mass production, I learned that about 100 people have already been outlined to be employed, and they are yet to add up about 150 more. It's going to create extra about 650 jobs for those who live around for transportation, others who also be supplying other raw materials to help in the manufacturing. So this indeed has brought to fusion that this one district, one factory we're talking about is really actually working. So if someone was to sit up and ask, where is the one factory we're talking about? One can also a clear example. So clear example. We are all seeing again. So Sabi, let's get to the this and listen to His Excellency officials here.
Central Regional Minister, Minister for Trade and Industry, Minister for Transport, Minister for Fisheries, a Member of Parliament for Awutu Senya East, Minister for Local Government, Member of Parliament for Okre, Deputy Ministers of State, Deputy Chief of Staff in the Office of the President, and officials of the Presidency, District Chief Executive for Gomua East District Assembly, the promoter, Managing Director, Management and Staff of Rikpat Company Limited, executives of Universal Merchant Bank, the National Chairperson and other executives of the ruling New Patriotic Party, Obrefo, Hunako, Aho, and Kobia II, Omahini of Gomua Agyapong Traditional Area, Nana Ekuya-John the First, Ohima of Gomua Agyapong Traditional Area, and other traditional rulers, residents of Gomua Akuti, fellow Ghanaians, ladies and gentlemen. It is with considerable pleasure that I join you to commission the Rikpat Company Limited here in Gomwa, Akuchi. I say with considerable pleasure because this is the second factory I'm commissioning in a single day. It is the first time I've done so since becoming president, and it's a day I will not forget. This afternoon's ceremony is in fulfillment of the promise by government in partnership with the private sector to set up at least one medium to large-scale enterprise in every district of Ghana under the one district, one factory policy. Whilst previous attempts at rural economic revitalization in Ghana have focused mainly on the provision of physical infrastructural facilities, the One District, One Factory initiative focuses on the promotion of commercially viable business ventures to generate sustainable and accelerated economic development for rural communities. Additionally, 1D1F seeks to address the challenge of widespread poverty and underdevelopment among rural and peri-urban communities through the establishment of an institutional framework that will attract private sector investments in rural economic activities. In response to this, Rikpat Company Limited took the initiative with the support of government to build this new factory, which will produce a wide range of lubricants for both automotive and industrial usage. Indeed, it has the capacity to produce 350 metric tons of lubricants, engine oils of different grades, brake fluids, industrial oils, greases and radiator coolants for both domestic and foreign markets. The factory is going to support the Ministry of Trade and Industry's efforts to build a vibrant automotive industry in the country. I encourage all public institutions to procure their lubricants from domestic manufacturing companies such as Rikpat. It is the surest way of helping the company to recruit its investment, expand its operations, and create jobs. And to this end, very soon, government is going to issue some directives to the public institutions on guidelines for patronizing the activities of companies such as Rikpat. Government remains committed to supporting private sector operators like Rikpat to become globally competitive and thereby take advantage of market integration frameworks such as the African Continental Free Trade Area, whose secretariat has been established and commissioned in Accra. It is noteworthy that the Ministry of Trade and Industry, in collaboration with relevant ministries, departments and agencies, has established an institutional mechanism to provide strategic support and assistance to the domestic private sector operating at the district level. That is why it has established business resource centers in 67 districts across the country, 37 of which have already commenced operations. Civil works for the remaining 30 have been completed, with furnishing of the buildings currently ongoing. I commend the shareholders and management of Rikpat, led by its promoter, Mr. Patrick Amwa, for their diligence and commitment towards boosting the capacity of our nation towards self-reliance. And I thank UMB for the birthday present. Obrifo Nana Ankobia II, I'm happy to inform you that the Minister for Local Government, Decentralization and Rural Development has committed to me here, as you spoke, that he will work on the status of municipality for you. You deserve it. And you are right. You don't have to shout to be heard if you have a good message like you do. Accordingly, Nananom, ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure to declare Rikpat Company Limited duly commissioned. May God bless Rikpat Company Limited in Nassau. And may God bless our homeland Ghana and make her great and strong. I thank you for your attention.
His Excellency Nana Addo akufo-addo. The befre Ora Sadiq na Wabamayan Muslim closing prayer area o man pain and painful. We are one national tefia na Erekona Akoshe Jumazin.
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim Malik Yawmiddin Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in اهدنا الصراط المستقيم وصراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
Alright, so you're watching a live coverage of the President's tour of the Central Region. The President soon will be commissioning a 1D1F lubricant factory. This is a factory known as the Rikpat Manufacturing Company Limited, and they are dealers or manufacturers of automobile lubricants for cars and other automobile, if you like, products. So that is what the factory will be dealing in, and President Akufo-Addo will shortly be commissioning this factory under the government's 1D1F. Earlier we heard from the Trade Minister Alan Kojo-Kyerematen. The President also spoke not long ago. What we understand is that the President is now moving into the facility and will formally commission this 1D1F lubricant factory. So this is the second commissioning, because earlier the President commissioned another 1D1F factory, which is the gas cylinder factory, also in Chochoi in the Ewutu Senya West constituency. Let's now cross over to Samiri Afi, who is live at the event grounds as President Akufo-Addo and his entourage move into the facility to formally commission the factory. Sami, if you can hear me, take us through what is happening right now. All right,
so the President has officially commissioned this particular factory, the Rikpat Manufacturing Company. They do seahorse lubricants here in Ghana. They are produced locally here in Ghana. Engine oil, brake fluid, compressor oil, gear oil, anything oil as far as the vehicle is concerned. Now the President has officially commissioned this particular factory, which falls or is under the 1D1F initiative. Now behind me you can see the President and his entourage officially cutting the tape to indicate that the company or the factory has officially been commissioned. Now that has been done. The President is going in there to go and inspect and look at the machines or the plants that is used in manufacturing these oils or these lubricants for various vehicles on the Ghanaian market. So if you can see behind me, the President has entered the factory, going to inspect the machines, equipment that is used in the manufacturing or manufacture of these lubricants for the market. Officials are here. The Trade Minister Alan Kyerematen, you know, this falls under his ministry. He's been here. He spoke at this commission. The company managing director also spoke and told us that they have the capacity to produce over 90,000 liters of oil per annum, and so this is a big factory for them, which falls under the 1D1F initiative. So in there you have the President and his entourage inspecting and interacting with managers of the company. and getting to know one or two things as far as the company is concerned, and also getting to know how they operate here in Ghana. As you're aware, this particular company has been certified by the Ghana Standard Authority. The MD mentioned that this company has been certified by the Ghana Standard Authority, and so everything they produce here is of the topmost quality. It has passed the test according to the Ghana Standard Authority, and it can be used on the Ghanaian market. So that is the situation here at Gomua in the Central Region, part of the President's tour of the Central Region. In a while, we'll be speaking to, again, some officials of the company and also some government officials. We're trying to speak to Mr. Alan Tremanti, the Minister of Trade and Industry, to find out from him what he makes of this particular company coming to fruition. Now, he has supervised quite a number of companies under this particular initiative of the 1D1F. He has supervised quite a number of companies. We will try and speak to him how these companies are doing, how many in total so far, and those who are yet to come up, how many of these companies are yet to come up, and what is the support government is giving to these companies which fall under the 1D1F initiative. So we'll be speaking to officials of the company and then try and see if we can speak to Mr. Alan Tremanti. We'll also speak to residents of this particular community, how this particular company coming here is going to help them as residents of the area in terms of job, in terms of employment. Before the official event started, we engaged some of them, and especially the company officials. They told us that so far over 100 people have been employed within the catchment area, within the Gomua area. Over 100 people have so far been employed since the particular company was set up. So they believe that it has come at the right time. It has come at a time when issues of unemployment has become very, very debatable in the Ghanaian political space. And if this company is able to employ over 100 people within the Gomua area, then the company is hoping that when it expands and establishes more branches across the country, it's going to employ more and more local people, which will help bridge the unemployment gap within this particular country. So that is the situation here in Gomua in the Central Region. We're still trying to speak to officials of the company and officials of the Trade Ministry, especially Mr. Alan Tremanti, on this company, how it's worked so far, and the benefit is going to come for residents here and the people here in Gomua. So as you can see at the background, the president is still having interaction with officials of the company and also officials of the Trade and Industry Union. So we'll try and speak to some of these officials and then get first-hand information as far as the operations of this particular company is concerned. So that's it. Now the president is done with the inspection. He's in a short while coming out of the factory. We'll try and see if we can get a word from the Trade Minister, Mr. Alan Tremanti, and maybe the Member of Parliament, perhaps for the area. As you can see, the President in the shot there. President in the shot there. President in the shot there. So the president speaking to Mr. Alan Tremanti, interacting about this whole factory. We'll try and speak to the company on this whole factory. We'll try and speak to an official of the company. Excuse me, sir. How will we speak to you? Are you part of the officials of this company?
Well, I'm
We'll speak to some of the officials of this company and get to know more and more about this company, and we'll also try and speak to residents of this company. The company name is Rikpat Manufacturing Company Limited. They produce seahorse lubricants, gearbox oil, engine oil, compressor oil, ATF, and anything that has to do with vehicle. Now that is the main focus of the company. That's exactly what they do as far as this company is concerned, and they run under the 1D1F initiative. I'm doing it with my colleague Akwesi, who's helping me run this particular of this. Let me speak to a resident of Gomoa. What this company coming into this company woman of an saying. I am you. Never saying. But you're from a Jedu. Not work from me. You will come here. Go work with tea. And you are to Akamai. Company or Messi, why at the same moment. Oh, Yamiadume, Yaminet Nasi, Edikan. But why, baby? Sanse, Ubia present to Mamla. It will ban. But Mama, then you to our area, and yet my Oma Abwa, Ma, you may be a you are for Sasiaba. Yadiamasi, Yadiamasi passe, Edmoe Abba, above one. Where under 1D1F? 1D1F, no one is saying. Oh, Aya, obey 1D1F by Abwagumwa. Sunday, Goma for China. Gomwa, says Yamatmaka said. Says the America say, area, make us equity. You would too. Awaha, says Yamiadum. And you cry as a Bakubian for your papa 50 cry. You say in papa 100, it's many you marry. Aye. Won't mean more of Brabasa. Abwa baby. Abwa. Okay, thank you very much. So just had a resident from Gomoa here. So Kweku, this is a story here in Gomoa. The president has just commissioned the Rikpat Manufacturing Company Limited. It produces lubricants and is under the 1D1F initiative. So that is the story here in Gomoa. Kweku.
All right, thank you very much, Samir. We have been live from Gomoa Fete, where President akufo-addo has just commissioned the 1D1F lubricant factory known as the Rikpat the Rikpat Company Limited. They are producers of automobile products, and as you did see on your screens, President akufo-addo has just commissioned that factory, which we're told will create jobs and will also bring some commercial activity in the area. If you've just joined us, you're watching our live coverage of the President's regional tours. The President is in the Central Region on day one of his two-day working tour, and the President will be inspecting an Agenda 111 hospital project later on this afternoon. We'll be bringing you live coverage of that as well as part of our coverage of the President's regional tours. Remember, this is a Ministry of Information Production, and we're also live on a number of media platforms. We're live on GTV, City TV, Metro TV, Adum TV, Netu TV, Wuntumi TV, Movement TV, Wezo TV, and you're listening to us live on radio on Asase Radio. You're also watching us live on the Ministry of Information Facebook page. We are not done yet because we will be in Gomoa France, where President akufo-addo will be inspecting the Agenda 111 hospital projects there shortly. Do stay with us. There's more here on our live coverage production.